Here I am in the famous Tiananmen Square in Beijing. Behind me you can see the Tiananmen Gate. Tiananmen means the Gate of Heavenly Peace in Chinese. It was built in the 15th century and later on restored in the 17th. When you pass through the Tiananmen Gate, you'll end up in the Forbidden City where Sean O'Leary will greet you.
A great wall was built to defend cities. One of those cities was Beijing. At the very heart of the capital is the Forbidden City, off limits for half a millennium.
The Forbidden City is actually very, very inviting. It remains the spiritual heart of Beijing, indeed of all of China. These magnificent palaces, the courtyards, the gardens, make it a premier cultural attraction in China. I guess for me, a glimpse at what was once off-limits to outsiders for centuries is a glimpse into the heart and soul of Chinese society today.
The Forbidden City was home to the emperors of two dynasties, the Ming and the Qing, the cornerstone laid in 1406.
It took about 15 years, 1 million workers to build the basic layout here. I suggest spending the whole day at the Forbidden City to really appreciate the centerpiece of imperial China.
Of the 888 buildings you see, most date from 1800. The Manchus, for instance, came storming in 1664 and burnt the whole place to the ground.
Visiting the Forbidden City is a little like visiting a movie set, but better. Actually, some of my favorite films have been shot right here, including Bertolucci's The Last Emperor. But it's much more amazing to visit here in person. It's much better than what you see on screen. Incredible. Price of admission includes use of a tape recorder for a self-guided tour. Price of admission 200 years ago was instant death. Gates, guards, and moats helped preserve the royal family and the dynasty, but one of the most vulnerable areas was the royal kitchens.
An apple a day can keep the doctor away, but a poisoned apple can kill you. Mr. Li's relative was in charge of security for the last dynasty. Mr. Li's restaurant continues to serve Chinese court dishes.
So he sent the palace guards and the eunuchs to the palace kitchen. You see, the palace guards out of the door, the door of the kitchen, watch the door. No one allowed to go in. The palace chefs ever served for Empress Dowager Cixi, the grandmother of last emperor. The best chefs ever cooked every day for her. 128, the best chefs. Only cook one dish. Suppose everyone cook one dish all his life. Altogether, 128 different dishes.
Laura, meanwhile, visited the symbol of Beijing, the Temple of Heaven. It's set in a 270-hectare park with regal gates facing north, south, east, and west. In a crowded city like Beijing, the very lush parkland hides the private conversations of young lovers.
I'm here at Tiantan, the Temple of Heaven, which some may say is the noblest example of religious architecture in the whole of China. It was completed in 1420, and here behind me is the circular mound, which the emperors of old would come here to offer sacrifices and commune with the heavens. It's breathtaking.
Remember, in ancient Chinese thinking, shape represents everything divine. Heaven is round, earth is square. These shapes play on each other throughout the temple grounds. Near this concentric circular temple lies a square.